Hello, I'm Ranger Thomas from the Battle of Rivers Bridge State Historic Site, and in this video we'll be learning about a Civil War fortification called Abatis. The tactics used towards the end of the Civil War were often very similar to those of World War I. There was a lot of trench warfare like the fighting here at Rivers Bridge. The area around any fortification had to be cleared of trees and potential cover that might shelter attackers. The logs would be used for firewood and to reinforce walls and trenches. The remaining branches and treetops would be sharpened and arranged into a fence called Abatis, with the points facing outward towards the enemy. This fence would protect the fortification from being overrun by slowing an enemy rush. This was particularly important for soldiers during the Civil War who could only fire about 3 shots per minute. That's a pretty big handicap for defenders, especially when they're heavily outnumbered. The attackers couldn't easily move through the Abatis, but the defenders could see and shoot through it, effectively breaking the momentum and organization of a charge. Abatis helped give defenders more time to load, aim, and fire into a slowed and disorganized enemy. The sharpened limbs and branches of Abatis were replaced by barbed wire in World War I, but the idea was the same. In fact, the same strategies used for overcoming Abatis during the Civil War were still in use during the First World War. Attackers would concentrate all of their fire on a single section of the fortification, blowing apart the Abatis and other entanglements and punching a hole in the trench or fort. They'd then rush the breached defenses in an attempt to take the fortification. By the end of the Civil War, most commanders knew better than to throw their men against enemy fortifications. It was best to either avoid positions like this or attack them from undefended sides, like the Union did at Rivers Bridge. Thanks for joining us for this quick look at Civil War Abatis. I'm Ranger Thomas, and we look forward to seeing you out here at the Battle of Rivers Bridge State Historic Site.